We all see art a different way. Of course, everyone has heard of the works made by Andy Warhol, Vincent van Gogh or Jackson Pollock. But they all differ in art style, technique and imagery. But neither of us think every painting that's found in an museum should be called an artwork. The question here is, when do we classify an artwork? Is there a point in understanding it anyway, or is it unreachable, even for the artist? This is VANKBESCHOUWING, the documentary by Jasmine Middlegens. Beauty represents an indeterminate concept of understanding. The sublime and indeterminate concept of reason. Immanuel Kant. The philosopher Immanuel Kant has been thinking about what beauty is, and tries to understand aesthetic judgments in his first large work called Critique of Pure Reason. Kant notes that there are 4 different kinds of beauty. The art is either beneficial, it is a matter of feeling, it has the so-called X factor that makes everyone like it, or it makes you reach a goal, without knowing what it is. This insolubility causes our thinking to be divided into an understandable world and an unreachable, abstract, divine world. The side you know and the side you hope for. We might say that art is the only way to reach the unreachable, the ultimate noumenal world. For some people, this world may include God, ultimate freedom, your highest self, or in our case, good art. Is there even a way that art could educate the society? That thinking about an artwork could lead to more freedom and knowledge? The philosopher Hannah Arendt states that a human life consists of 3 parts: labor, which comes from our needs, work, that brings us benefits, and act, which determines our position in the world. The last one, act, is mostly made from culture. This culture is known to be taught from a young age until your death. But should art have an educative role, and is this the only purpose of art? Or should art be made for art's sake, and completely autonomous and self-contained? The best way to know the true meaning of art is to dive right into the brain of a real so-called artist. Especially for this documentary, we have found that art student Jasmine Middlegens is eager to share her artistic view with us. So let's start our journey into the brain of a true artist. Here he is. The artist. Because these outcasts of society mostly hide in their caves, it isn't strange they are ignored by their kind when out in public. Although they are mostly lonely, it would be beneficial for artists to be part of a huge community to build their career. Artists have to make their work likable to sell them, so nowadays a true artist can't exist. True autonomy has been defeated by our economic system. Artists are forced by the market to adapt their work to the likings of the society. And because the society wants art to be more like philosophy and less about true craftsmanship, the artist is expected to make work that is educational, makes a difference to the world. Art must have a deep meaning, and is always entwined with engagement. The constant struggle of an artist to choose between making things they want to and making things they sell is absolutely inevitable. They don't know what to do. Everything has been done in the past and the influence of the market. In addition, an artist is regularly seen as a failure, and is greatly undervalued by others. That's why art for art's sake, the art for the art, is becoming more and more difficult. Will artists stay enslaved to the market's demands, and never have the freedom to make autonomous art? Will art ever be the goal again, instead of an indirect means for other goals? Will the true autonomous art be ever appreciated by the society, and escape the loneliness and the exile from the rest of the world? Or will artists be free again, and escape the limitations of supply and demand? It is time for an art revolution, and it has already begun.